I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
On the banks of the Red Cedar is a school that's known to all. Their specialty is winning, and the Spartans play good ball. Spartan teams are never beaten. All through the games they fight for the only colors, green and white. Go right through for MSU. Watch the points keep growing. Spartan teams are bound to win. They're fighting with a win. Rah, rah, rah. See the pace and green. We're gonna win this game. Fight, run team, fight. Victory for MSU. It's game day. Oh my God, I miss college football so much. Sorry, had to get it out of my system.
Mic check.
I'm so excited. Football season is back. College football is back. I couldn't be happier. I'm like a pig in shit, dude. I couldn't be happier right now. It's just,
that's terrible.
Oh man.
That was impressive.
Are you I guess Aiden Childs got some hype behind him.
Aiden Childs has a lot of hype behind him.
John
Like
Smith's
I said,
got a
he
resume.
could be the best he's gonna be the best quarterback at MSU since Connor Cook. Could be better than Connor Cook based on his scrambling ability.
I'm watching tonight. I can't really have any strong takes on it.
The offense is going to be fun to watch. The defense, I'm nervous. But the continuity of the offense with the offensive coordinator, head coach, center, tight end, and quarterback all coming from Oregon State. You've got two good running backs. You've got receivers in Montori Foster, who took a big step last year. Antonio Gates Jr., you're expecting to take a step this year. And a highly touted freshman in Nick Marsh. The offense is going to be fun. The offense is going to be good. The defense, that's where I'm nervous. The linebacking core is good. Outside of that, there's a lot of question marks.
We'll see. Nick, I mean, you guys don't, I can't really speak on it in depth like that.
Okay, so I don't want to get too crazy here, but I'm actually excited for Spartan football. This is a new era.
Right,
this is Aiden Childs' season, and one thing, this is going to sound like a really weird comparison, but from the highlights I've seen of him at Oregon State, it reminds me of like a J-Mo stride almost. It's long, it's lanky, he covers a lot of ground. Like he doesn't have that kind of upside speed, but it looks similar. The way it looks like a baby deer out there almost. He has strides, he can run the rock. They do not have a line out for Aiden Childs rushing yards tonight because he's going over it no matter what it is.
Yeah, he's going to
And I would have taken it. So I'm excited for tonight. It's going to be fun. New era in Spartan football, and honestly, the Big Ten's a lot better when the Spartans are good. So I'm excited to see what they got tonight.
Megatron Marsh, Montori Foster, Antonio Gates Jr. Like, this is a good receiving core. And the best part of it, the biggest difference, forget Megatron Marsh. Forget Aiden Childs coming over. Forget K'Ron Lynch Adams, a 1,200-plus yard, 10-plus touchdown running back, being in the transfer portal coming here. The Antichrist, the guy I put on the same level as Saddam Hussein and Adolf Hitler, Jay Johnson, is no longer a part of this program. My most hated sports figure in the history of sport. I hate him more than Jason Tatum. I hate him more than Patrick Beverly. I hate him more than Claude Lemieux. I hate him more than Aaron Rodgers. Jay Johnson is a piece of shit. He's gone. Brian Lindgren coming in from Oregon State to be the offensive coordinator is already going to be a huge jump. And on top of that, you got Joe Rossi coming in from Minnesota to be the defensive coordinator, who led Minnesota to have multiple top 10 top 10 college football defenses at Minnesota with guys like Antoine Winfield and other players. But still, just the coordinator improvement. I liked Scotty Hazelton towards the end of the year. At the beginning of the year, he looked like a big dumb idiot who didn't know what he was doing. End of the year, he kind of got it together. Jay Johnson is the Antichrist, and I am so happy he's gone. But I'm just juiced. All right, we got to pause, though.
Station identification.
Before we get to, pause for station identification. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash the like button. Heavyweights, you know the crew. We're all here. Before we get too hype about college football, too hype about all this stuff, rest in peace to Johnny Gaudreau. This is a insane tragedy. Johnny Hockey, one of the brightest up-and-coming stars in the NHL, was probably going to be the captain of the USA Olympic team coming up pretty soon. You hate to see it, man. Him and his brother run down by a drunk driver the day before their sister's wedding.
Yeah.
Just a absolutely ridiculous tragedy. It's hard to think about. I hate to even talk about it, but rest in peace to Johnny and his brother Matthew. The thoughts and prayers to the family. It's just an insane tragedy, and it's hard to talk about, man. It's really sad. He was, like I said, one of the bright, rising young stars in the NHL. You just hate to see it, man. Yeah. The kid was so good.
Yeah, it's always tough too when it's not your responsibility for why your life was taken. You know, that's like the real tragedy in it. Of course, we're talking about because we're a sports show, but you know, the fact that it was just him and his brother just biking, and again, the context of the sister's wedding and all that, they were just doing everyday things. It wasn't like they made terrible decisions that costed them their life. They were just doing everyday routines, and somebody else's actions ultimately resulted in the consequence of them losing their life, and that's a real tragedy. So again, be very safe, and thoughts and prayers with the entire family, because that's just tragic.
And the away fan in the chat says Johnny Hockey will live on for all the hockey fans. A good player and a good man, and he really was. He was, you know, a shining light in Columbus, Ohio. Like, the guy was legitimate superstar in the NHL. Like I said, he was trending to be a captain for the USA Olympic team when it came around to it. You just hate to see it, man. He was such a good young player, and has such a bright career ahead of him. Him and his brother were on a tandem bicycle, I guess, and a car got over because they saw them. The car behind the car that got over was a drunk driver. Didn't even see him, ran him down. It's terrible, man. And Xavier D says, love your people every day. It's true, man. Love your people. Tell your loved ones that you love them, appreciate them, hug them, because you never know when the last time you see someone is. And it's just a terrible thing to experience.
No, that's crazy. I mean, the day before his sister's wedding, that's got to be awful for them. To get ready to celebrate something.
And it's one of those things where I think you said it when we talked about it earlier, right? That this sister will unfortunately have some guilt, as if it's any accountability on her part when it's not. But you know, there's going to be those type of things. Those are the type of long-term consequences that really break your heart.
Rest in peace, Johnny Hockey. I mean, there's not much more you can say. Try to Uber if you can, and don't drunk drive. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, a perfect, a really great life taken too soon. I feel really bad for the family, and thoughts and prayers, no doubt about it. Nobody wants to hear thoughts and prayers. Like, that sister's life is ruined forever.
Imagine what his sister's going through.
Like, that's horrible. Yeah. I feel so bad.
Her two brothers were supposed to stand up in her wedding the next day.
Parents lost 2 children.
Yeah. Her sister was supposed to have the best day of her life the next day. Her two brothers standing up. It's just unfathomable, the amount of pain and suffering that family's going through right now on what should be one of the happiest days of their life.
There's nothing we can say right now that's, gonna stand any business, and we know that. We're gonna bring you guys a great Friday show. I hope you guys know that, but rest in peace, Johnny Hockey. We wanted to say that, of course, to you boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's keep the vibes up. The boys are knocking them down today. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Jumping into a little bit. Actually, let's keep within the family. I want to get the story out because Caleb found it so entertaining. If you guys follow me on Instagram, my son started going to preschool, and he's taking the bus.
Shout out B, man.
Shout out to baby B. And on the way home, like the past 2 days, he's been getting pissed off at me for like holding his hand across the street. Like, if you saw the video on IG, you know what I'm talking about. He was actually like pissed off. Like, I'll tell him like, "What's up?" like
You square up.
yeah. I was like, "How you really feel? You keep acting like a fool. Like let's act on it, you know." And so we finally get him to talk about it. And there's this girl. Day 2 of preschool, by the way.
Takes after his pops.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't deny. But anyway, this is a girl.
Chasing tail just like his pops.
Yeah, he's embarrassed to have his hand held in front of her because the big kids don't get their hands held.
Yeah,
because he rides a bus with older kids too, and he was pissed off. So today,
get him one of those leash backpacks.
Honestly, yeah, maybe that's the way. That'd be easier to kidnap him too, though.
Yeah.
Just dragging it.
Yeah, come on.
That'd be awful.
Like JB, easily kidnappable.
Yeah, very easily kidnappable.
Highly abductable.
So he does like he gets crushes like really quick and stuff like that. It's really fast. And I found this AI app that I was showing Caleb with last night, and I was like, "Yo, Bryson, like he'll like this chick."
Oh yeah.
So I made her say, "Hey Bryson, like it's cool to hold your dad's hand, and
No way.
I hope you get
It's the
good
funniest
grades."
video I've ever
Yes,
seen in my
I'll send
life.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not in Slack?
No,
I
I'll
haven't
send
seen
it.
it. I
I
didn't
should've.
watch any of the AI videos except for the one with Brady.
Oh, dude.
You
That was
furry
hilarious.
little.
I was showing everybody at work all those videos.
That
They
shit
had
was
me
funny.
cracked up.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so
Same.
listen. If B thinks he's got it bad, right?
Yeah.
My dad was the crossing guard for my elementary school,
Oh,
and
man.
that's like
That's
this is preschool.
Yeah.
We're talking elementary school. So I'm walking, to elementary school.
walking in.
My dad's got the stop signs. Love you, son. See you, being an asshole.
Short shorts,
Yeah,
dad shoes.
Yeah. Before he goes to his mail
That's a
route,
bit
he's
slack,
making
Chris.
sure, he was the crossing guard. I was, safety patrol. I was the safety captain my fifth grade
Should
year.
have been embarrassed by yourself.
But no, hell no.
I was
please.
safety
No.
captain too. We were the shit.
Got to wear
I
the
was as
badge.
well.
Got
I'm
to
just
wear
kidding, I
the
wanted to be
badge.
safety
Got
captain.
hot
Just
chocolate.
keeping everybody safe.
Yeah.
I was actually for like one day in 5th grade, then I got in a fight like the next week.
Me and my boy
Lost
Jesse
duties.
Vang, we were the safeties across the street from each other.
Hell yeah.
We saw a dog. Oh, dude.
Oh, that's bad.
Mauled
When
by
I-
a bus. It was
Oh.
Bro.
Yikes.
And to be honest with you, that's on your guys. Like,
Yeah,
that's on
no,
it's your
no,
fault.
What am I
that-
supposed to jump
What type
and
of
tackle
safety-
this
that-
dog?
yeah, you
What type of
got
safeties were you?
It ran
Yeah.
out. Dude, it was
Oh, man.
traumatizing, honestly.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
that
failed
would-
at your job.
Yeah. Once
That's
you put
terrible.
I'm there for the safety of the Roos Rockets. This dog is not a Roos Rocket.
No, dude,
all right?
Caleb's got it. Once you put that vest on, you have responsibility.
Yeah.
It's not a vest. It's a.
I did have a
I didn't know what to
sash.
call it.
It's
Yeah.
like a
It's a
sash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, you got it?
Yeah. You want to play now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is hilarious.
Bryson, you better listen to your dad when he tells you have to walk the street with him. I think it's so cute when a son is best friends with his dad. I want my husband one day to do the same thing with our kids. Bryson, you're so cute. I hope you get good grades. And learn to spell your name. Bryson, you better listen to your dad when he tells you have to walk the street with him.
This is replaying?
I think it's
Yeah.
so cute when a son is best friends with his
Bro,
dad.
did he eat
I
that
want my
up?
husband one day to
Yeah.
do the
Oh,
same thing
yeah.
with our kids.
I would eat
Bryson,
that
you're
up.
It
so
looks so
cute.
real.
Yeah, I'll hold
We
my
were,
dad's hand.
we were exactly. We were sending videos. He sent a video back to her.
I'll go find my dad and hold him.
Yeah, can you-
He's like, "Can you tell her I got a million friends and I'm not how to spell my name?"
Oh my god.
And we got
dude.
done. He's like, "Dad, we gotta learn how to spell my name."
Dude, I love Bryson.
Dude.
Little guy, man.
That's hilarious.
Little B.
That is so fucking
That is hilarious.
I mean, you're using
That
it
is
to
such
your
a
advantage.
good
It's
parenting
technology.
tool.
Yeah, it
no.
is.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
that's okay. I felt guilty.
No,
Because
dude.
once we started the message back and
That's
forth, I was like,
genius.
"Oh God, like this is
That's
not a real
genius.
person."
Dude, you could get like LeBron to like say something to him. Be like,
Yeah, that'd be true.
Okay,
I can't
yes.
get LeBron on his app.
like
though, I
those
don't think.
those memes of like, it's like Homelander crying, and it's like 26-year-old me when my mom says, "Hey, Sydney Sweeney, he's not eating his vegetables."
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like the same thing, but
Yeah.
in reverse, dude. Get
what I
one,
said in the
get one
chat.
of like Spider-Man. Who's his favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, get Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Black Panther.
Have like Spider-Man saying like,
He
Bryson, hold your dad's hands. I wish I could have held my uncle's hands longer than I could.
damn, dude.
The only person
Oh, I see,
the
okay.
only person who doesn't come back in Marvel.
Ever.
Uncle Ben.
And
The
then
only
Bros right
person
back
in
and
all
Mara
the
Hotter.
quantum universes,
only
all the
yes,
multiverses.
all the multiverses. If someone dies, if you're watching or you're reading a Marvel comic or watching a Marvel movie and somebody dies, this is a test of time. Like I've been reading Marvel comics since I was 4 years old. If someone dies in a comic, they're gonna come back unless
Someway.
it's Uncle Ben.
That's
Like
so
Uncle
crazy.
Ben does not come back. Like if you're reading one where Wolverine dies, he's probably gonna come back. Iron Man dies, he's probably going to come back. Uncle Ben dies, that's all you get. That's it.
It's one.
Hell,
Uncle
even
Ben.
like
He's known for dying and making rice. That's all Uncle Ben gives you.
hell, even like side characters, not even superheroes will come back.
Yeah,
like
Jimmy
like,
Olsen dies like 10 times.
Yeah.
Like,
I made one for the fantasy league too. I'll send that to play after we come back from break. But yeah, some kids got Santa they behave for. Mine's a busty blonde. My kids behaving for the natties.
That's
no.
smart.
How does Amante? How's she good with it?
Amon doesn't know yet. He's got two of them.
You think it's gonna be a
He's
problem?
got one light skinned girl and this blonde one. He likes them both. So I was like, all right, well,
Hell yeah.
There you go.
we're gonna put you to work.
Bryson's going to be a little dog, dude.
He is.
Bryson's going to be a little dog.
He is. He's got a head start on it already. It's kind of
for sure.
kind of trippy.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys about Mark White right now, though.
It's been like this all day.
Mark White gonna do you right. Listen, visit the website markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242 for your opportunity to save $5,000 for your closing costs. Our studio's falling apart. 248-290-8242. Smash that like button.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insight with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Did Flannel Sam say that Orgy's gonna have more touchdowns than
Aiden Childs?
Said it and meant it?
He did.
Is Orgy starting?
We don't know yet. We think.
Wait, they haven't announced the starter?
It's
gonna be Orgy.
All indications are that it's Orgy. Okay. But I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't the starter after week 4.
All right. Do you get the fantasy
do you want to play it now?
Yeah, do the first one,
right.
or whichever one.
Yeah, I just grabbed the first one. I thought we agreed not to grab the other one.
All right.
Also, the rent will be due by the trade deadline. But my daddy Eazy would be happy to collect this week to get it out the way.
Dude,
it's Friday. I know y'all just got paid if you can't make it by the deadline. I'll catch up with you next time you're riding your tricycle on your booner pack.
That one's way worse than the other one.
What does it say?
Way worse than the other one.
How?
And the Brady one, there's no input. It just says I know about you. And I already said what it said.
In that one?
Play the other one.
I didn't grab that one. I thought we agreed not to touch that
We'll
one.
be done with it.
That
Let's
one
move
doesn't
on.
say anything
We'll
bad.
move on.
Yeah. That one didn't say anything bad.
Football. So ESPN did I think they polled 103 NFL players, and they did like who's most overrated, who's most underrated. Your boy JG landed number 4th most underrated quarterback in the NFL. Most underrated player. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if
Most
it was
underrated player?
I think it was a quarterback or player. I know you got your brother's ESPN Plus. Lock in. Pull that bad boy up.
All right.
It's a lot.
But nonetheless, I know it's a narrative that we love here in Detroit. And I guess somewhat it is a little bit true. Like when you put up those type of numbers, I put it to you this way. I view Tua in the same tier as Goff. I think we've all kind of said that same thing. He gets more love than JG for whatever fucking reason than JG does. And he's putting up this. JG's up there now with like those type of numbers.
Yeah.
Well, Tua's been doing it too, but at least like Tua's getting like. JG's not getting any MVP votes. But Tua, I believe, received like 2 or 3 the past couple of years.
Tua or 3?
Tua or 3.
Nice.
But I don't know. What are you guys' reaction to the news? JG getting ranked the 4th most underrated quarterback or NFL player?
I mean, is he really underrated if you If you think about it, I think he gets a lot of love. You know, the whole narrative is kind of like he came here and turned this team around. I think everybody knows that. Obviously, he does put up really good numbers, but like I don't know if he's necessarily underrated. Who made the list? Was it just writers?
No, it was 103 NFL players.
Wow. All right. I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I love it.
What were you saying? What were you getting to?
No, I was just saying I don't know if he's necessarily like
Underrated?
underrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he gets a lot
I think
of
he's
love.
kind of properly
He gets a
rated,
lot of
personally.
love.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Hawk Tua, Shane D.
And by the way, too, like the 103 players,
Rip.
the reason why, because
Rip.
Josh Allen also
Yeah,
got the
I
most
remember.
overrated, he got it by only 11 players. You can't find it. I'll try to look for it, too. 11 players are the ones that voted Josh Allen the most overrated.
Yeah, I did see that.
But out of 103, it's not that big of a portion.
No.
So I
It's
wonder how many
probably
people
like the
voted for Goff.
rest of the AFC North. Or
I
the
feel like this
AFC
will, yeah, I feel like they pulled the AFC North.
Yeah.
Because it's only 2 rosters, 53,
Josh
53.
Josh Allen sucks, right, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tua's awesome, right, guys? Yeah.
Like, honestly,
they pulled the Dolphins and the Patriots.
It really could have only been like one team, too.
Yeah.
Like, just because you got to think about at the time before cutdowns, when I don't know when this was polled, but like, you got 90 people on a roster. I'm assuming it was at like a joint practice or something like that. Or, I mean, I don't know. When would they have done it?
It's all the practice squad people. They're like, you guys got time.
Yeah, you guys aren't doing shit.
Yeah.
Here's Tim Patrick's thoughts. No, but I mean, it would make sense to me if Goff was the 4th most underrated. I would like that.
Who is the most underrated player in your mind?
The most underrated player in the NFL?
Yeah.
Frank Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow, yeah, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he's the best at his position, and he's not a top 100 player. He's up there.
Justin Simmons, maybe.
Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Fred Warner might be. Like, Fred Warner could easily be a top 10 player in the NFL. Like, the dude is an absolute fucking monster. You guys know I love linebackers. Like, and I love Fred Warner. He's my favorite player that's not on the Detroit Lions. And I remember watching him run stride for stride in a seam route with CeeDee Lamb and break up the pass. And I was like, dude, that's a 6'4", 250-pound linebacker doing that. Like, what are we doing here?
I got a Detroit Lion that's underrated, and I feel like I kind of underrate him myself because there's so much flash in this offense. You forget about just how steady and how reliable David Montgomery is.
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like he's extremely underrated when it comes to running back rankings.
He's underrated.
He's very
I don't
underrated.
understand that. You got a little Demon hate you too.
Overrated.
No, he's not overrated. I think he's adequately rated.
He's underrated.
Like, he's a damn good running back, but he's
There was
not,
someone that
he's
you
not
and-
like a top 10 running back in the NFL.
No, but he's like top 15.
You could argue top 15. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Spencer, how much
That's
shit
why
did you
I don't
get?
think anybody would say he wasn't. Like, I think he's pretty.
How much shit did you get making that video? Why are you getting so hyped when he's not as good as Jamal Williams?
Well, Jamal Williams isn't good
because he's
Like,
underrated, though, because people didn't realize how
No,
good David
that-
Montgomery
no,
actually
no,
was.
That's
No.
phenomenal.
That was because Lions slappies were so juiced on what Jamal Williams did, and he likes anime, and he's crying in the huddle, and he scored so many touchdowns that they didn't want to part from him.
No, bro, because like, still, Dave Montgomery was a beast.
No, if you look up the stats, you'd be like, okay, yeah, he's obviously better. But
Okay.
it was the what have you done for me factor of Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is a backup running back in the NFL. David Montgomery has had over 1,000 yards all purpose every single year he's been in the league. Like,
So they did specify like what division, what team was polled. Obviously, that makes sense. They keep that anonymous, but it was Jared Goff. Yeah, the 4th. He actually tied with Kirk Cousins for the 4th most underrated quarterback.
those quarterbacks?
Yep.
Who are the
not
quarterbacks
players.
ahead of him? Who's the most underrated?
Let me scroll.
Should we
It's
take
probably
some guesses
it's
here?
probably Brock Purdy. I would
No,
guess.
Brock
some
Purdy
guesses.
was on the overrated list. He was tied 6th.
All right, underrated
Damn, well, fuck me.
quarterbacks.
I bet
Oh.
Lamar's on there.
No way.
No way.
Because
He's got MVP.
because casuals will call him not a good passer.
Nah.
I bet.
That's truly one of the worst casual. I hate. when
I
people
bet
say that.
Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence.
I hope neither of those guys are on
Yeah,
this
both
list
of those
because
guys
both
get-
of those guys,
Yeah.
they get hawked to it all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna guess.
Rip.
I'm gonna guess Hurts from his bad season last year. Maybe everyone's sleeping on him.
Joe
No, I
Burrow,
think
maybe?
Hurts was on the overrated list as well.
Was he? Shit.
Maybe Joe Burrow. He had a
gotta
down
be
year
guys
last
that
year.
are like.
I like Joe. Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready for the answer. I got you.
Well, let me guess.
One guess all around.
Yeah.
Can I steal Chris's?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
Okay, Chris. Say whoever. Don't listen to me blow you out
I'm
of your
gonna
answer.
go. Yeah, somebody else go. Give
What do you
me
mean?
1 second.
Chris,
You better pick Baker Mayfield. I'm not.
Are you taking
He
mine?
said somebody said he couldn't do it or something.
Do you want it?
No, I just said.
Go ahead, Caleb.
I know Jalen Hurts is.
Chris said I'll give him credit. I think it's Burrow.
Bro, underrated?
Most underrated, yeah.
I'm going to switch mine because he said he was on the overrated.
Yep.
Actually, no. I'm going to stick with Hurts.
Hurts?
Fuck it. I'm going to say Dak. Sorry for my
So it's
Lions.
actually
Let's go.
I'm gonna say Aaron
That's
Rodgers.
a good one.
So it's tied for first technically, but number one on their list, Brock Purdy with 14 votes.
Oh,
I said that.
I agree. I know. He told you not to say
were
it.
skewed.
Yeah.
I think he's on the both.
Skewed.
He's on both. How can
me
he
see,
be
let
on
me see.
both?
That's
Because
crazy.
there's 100 different people voting.
He's the most overrated
Over
and
and
the
under.
sixth most.
Oh, no, he's not on both. At
This
least
is
not
a
in the top
practice
three.
squad ass list.
Yeah, so, all right, number one is actually
What
tied.
is going on?
Brock Purdy, and then the second guy, none of you guys said it either, Matthew Stafford.
That's
Stafford
crazy.
and Purdy, which honestly,
Stafford
I
underrated?
agree.
I
I
think
agree with both of
Stafford's
them.
I think he's
equally rated.
proper-
People
I think
call
he's
him
properly
elite.
rated, yeah.
Now they are.
Oh,
Mega arm. Like, yeah, it's.
Yeah.
He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I don't think he's underrated.
I think because
that
some
was a while
players, like, you remember the stuff that C.J. Stroud was saying this
Yeah.
past season? And somebody
Yeah.
else saying the same thing. They had Stafford as their favorite quarterback.
Dude, Stafford's
Never-
got one
I
of the
thought-
best arms, like, ever.
Truly, he
Like,
does. He really does. There's a lot of decision making, a lot of bad coaching, but like he is special. Not
Stafford
even
was
once.
doing the sidearm pass before Mahomes was at Texas Tech.
That's why it's annoying that people are like, "Oh, we're gonna do it to Mahomes."
Yeah, no, Stafford been doing that shit.
And he's still doing that shit at 36 years old. He balled out last year. He was
Yeah, he did.
phenomenal.
I feel like he's pretty
Properly
he's
rated.
Underrated. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like last year you could have said that. Heading into this year, he's been getting his love. I feel like because he played phenomenal last year though.
Yeah.
but you know too, there's always a disconnect between players and media. Like I feel like in the media, everybody looks at Stafford as like elite tier. But
Now they do, yeah.
you think they didn't?
They weren't really hugging on him like that. I,
mean,
think
you gotta
Orlovsky's
think-
the only one before.
I mean,
as
I
a
mean,
when the
how long
trade
ago?
happened,
'Cause-
everybody
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like,
As
"Oh,
soon
they-
as the trade
such a big upgrade."
Yeah.
Matt Stafford can make all the throws."
And then he won a Super
is
Bowl
true.
and he had one down year. So is it like the down year that?
He didn't even have a down year.
Well, he
He
didn't
got
even have,
hurt.
but
Yeah.
the year in between, yeah. Is that what it was? Because I'm
No, he
confused
was
why it
underrated
could be
before
there.
then. Even when because I remember specifically because I went back like pretty recently to look back at some people's takes on the Jared Goff stuff, and like there's some people who say yeah Stafford's like not elite or anything like that, but it's an upgrade. That's what they're saying. I mean, the narrative here was he couldn't win.
That was the narrative.
You just try to bite your shoulder.
No, I just burped.
Caleb, what were you about to say?
On the mic next time?
No, I.
If you want to.
Just adding on to some.
I want it.
He was underrated when he was here.
told me to.
That's really the only
I
thing.
didn't tell you to. I said if you want to.
You guys are children.
I think Goff is.
I got you.
You got him.
Yeah.
Goff was tied with Kirk Cousins at number 2 though. For underrated.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for all the reasons that we talked about on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, just he doesn't have the flash, but he gets you the victories, and that's really what matters when it comes down to it. Yeah.
Oh shit, I was wrong. There was actually 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie.
Who are
with
the
Goff.
others?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Spartan Dog.
One name's actually crazy. Maybe to me, and maybe that's why he's underrated.
Jordan Love.
Bryce Young.
Yes, he is underrated.
Oh, you
He
got
was
him in a dynasty
no,
league
I
or
don't,
something?
No, I don't. He was in a terrible scheme. No. He
Dude,
was
he's
in.
5'2". You can't
Dude,
see over his offensive
oh,
line.
come on. That got debunked so long ago with Drew Brees
He was
and
wearing
Kyler.
shape-ups at the combine.
He is in a
That was
in
a
a new
good look.
scheme this year. He's not gonna have a great season, but he's gonna have a good season. He will.
Listen, unless the scheme adds some height, I don't know what that scheme's gonna do.
I mean, I don't know the
So-
height. I mean, I just don't know if he is good enough to overcome the height.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
what I mean.
lack of receivers, or a running game, or an offensive line.
It's all,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
They
did
I
invest in the
will
line,
say
though,
that
didn't
Dave
they?
Canales, so I do respect his offensive mind. So maybe I don't think he's gonna. I don't think this will be.
And they did invest in the offensive line, right? Like through I think it was through free
Oh
agency.
yeah, they did sign a guard
Yeah.
to big ass money. Everyone's
Yeah,
scratching
they
their head.
did.
And 2 other guards got big ass money too.
Yeah.
Guards are getting paid like 20.
Guards
plus.
are getting paid. Dude.
It's wild.
Shout out Graham.
Maybe your mom was right. You should have. Yeah. You should have kept going.
I could have played guard.
You could have been a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think guard center.
Yeah, 6'1", bulk up a little bit.
Because how tall is Frazier, the kid that just got drafted out of
Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier?
I could have played center for sure. If I would have stuck to center, I could have played center.
Yes, Jordan Love was the fourth one, tied with JG as the most underrated player. I'm looking at Nick.
Next the mic. Next the mic.
What?
Jordan Love was tied with Goff, the most underrated player.
For the most underrated?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this was certainly by the players because the media is already choking on it. All right, let's go to break.
Tell us about the pregame show, brother.
Woodward and Maine. It's game day in Detroit. Wake up 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Detroit media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. And after that, at the best bar in Detroit, it's the Lions pregame show. It's at second best, blocks away from the stadium. It's every single game for the pregame show. It's Neil Rule and Sean Belegian, 10 a.m. to noon at second best bar in Detroit. They have all the information you need to get ready for game day. Check it out.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
I was like, nah, dude, Brady be fine. It's not even that big of a deal. We asked. He's like, fuck you guys, no.
I mean, to be fair, if you're giving him the choice, he's probably not going to say yes.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah. I didn't think so either.
Not everybody knows who he is either. That's just me trying to sell him out.
We know, though.
Shout out to Brady.
Oh,
we know,
shit.
Brady.
What?
My nephew's crawling.
Let's go.
Shit.
Next thing you know, he'll be falling in love with AI.
Little Ollie. Little Ollie's crawling around.
I should be teaching him this not AI. When he's old enough, I'll tell him it is AI, so he doesn't fall for that shit.
Yeah.
That shit's getting scary,
It
bro.
is. I mean,
It is.
When he's old enough, there's going to be robots walking around talking to him.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said when he's old enough, there's going to be robots walking around talking to him. He's going to have to figure out if it's a real person or not. He's looking in the face.
I'm not going to lie. Once upon a time, I was looking forward to Westworld. There's some baddies in there.
Not a chance. Robots are the...
Are you kidding me?
Robots are so much scarier.
You wouldn't
than
go to
aliens.
Westworld for a weekend?
No.
Have yourself a good time?
No.
You're out of your mind. Oh, I'm there. Oh.
Dude, they're coming out with a movie
Have
now
you guys
that's
watched
about...
Westworld?
Yeah, they're hot. Hot-ass robots.
Yeah, but okay, so is it worth dying? Like, what?
They're going to kill you. You can leave.
Yeah.
That's what it was going
You
apart.
can leave. Yeah, sure you can.
I mean, it was open for years before that.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park.
No.
There's a new movie
I
coming out.
wouldn't go to Jurassic Park either.
Yeah,
Well, actually, that's a good question. What are you more likely to go to, Westworld, Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, for
Jurassic
sure.
Park.
You're out of your mind.
If I get a
I'm going
gun-
to Westworld all day. Come on.
Bang a hot robot.
This one's multiple. Yeah, I'm making 3 of them things.
Yeah, but like, you fall asleep. And
Yeah.
If I'm at Jurassic Park, I'm on edge at all times because I know there's dinosaurs everywhere. So I'm not gonna get caught lacking. Westworld, you fill her
can get-
mainframe. You're gonna be falling asleep.
I'm gonna give her this hard drive. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You're getting shaked in your sleep.
If you're going to Jurassic World, do you get like super speed or something to go with it? How are you gonna get away from the dinosaurs?
going as you.
Just going in.
Give me
Just going as you. You get nothing.
A Kimbo 911s and like
No, you're going as a visitor. can't take
Yeah.
guns to Disney.
Give me Westworld any day. They're coming out with
Westworld
a
all
new
day.
movie with like Megan Fox as like the
come
like the
on.
robot
Yes.
as the
Yeah.
robot that like
Westworld.
joins the family.
I mean, if you got Megan Fox's walking around,
Yeah, that's what I'm
different
saying.
story.
Have you guys seen that trailer yet?
You can tell me
I didn't
if
know
I
it was
get,
good.
if I get Sydney Sweeney on demand, I'm going to Westworld.
That's what I'm
but
saying,
also
bro.
seeing a T-Rex fight somebody,
Bro.
I can
Oh,
bang a girl
got
any
me.
day of the week. I can't see a T-Rex any day of the week.
King of the slams.
But they could probably make dinosaurs in Westworld too.
That's even scary.
And then you get to hunt them down.
Robot dinosaurs? That sounds awful.
That does sound awful.
Yeah.
I didn't make it past like season 2 of Westworld, but it was a banger. I gotta go rewatch that.
Yeah,
one.
see, Shaquille O'Neal said the Akimbo 1911s. Greatest weapon of all time.
All right.
Real ones know.
I got the I hit Twitter because I was obviously with Bryson today, the other day off of school, so I wasn't able to prep the way I wanted to. And I asked people what they want us to talk about. I sent in 3 screenshots. There might be some more that I'll send as the show goes on. But let's answer some of these questions. A mailbag segment, if you will, an early one from Twitter.
All right. You care which one I throw up?
Do not.
All right. Here you go. First one.
What are the chances of our defense doesn't perform up to its standards? Aaron Glenn's time in Detroit is over. On the flip side, who are your key standouts you expect to really perform in their first year?
In their first year?
Talking about rookie defensive guys, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Or maybe just guys first year.
Well,
in Detroit.
first of all, I don't think there are many chances that the defense doesn't perform. Like, I'm really bought in on this defense with the influx of talent, with Aaron Glenn as a coach, with what they were last year. I think it's a really small possibility that the defense kind of flops. If it does, Aaron Glenn will be gone for sure. We already know that Dan Campbell doesn't play that shit. I've talked about, making a salad with spoiled vegetables. All of his vegetables are ripe now. So you don't have that excuse. If he doesn't perform, he's going to be gone. But I expect them to perform, and I don't expect that to be a problem. If Aaron Glenn leaves this team, it's going to be because he gets a head coaching opportunity. Guys who their first year will have success, or can I say Jack Campbell because it's his first year as a starter?
No, he started last year, back half.
Okay.
Give us a first-year Lion or offensive
DJ Reader.
defense.
All right. Is that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. DJ Reader is going to be him. He's going to be him in Neutron. He's going to be Timothy Turner, him Duncan. It's what he does. I have a special love for it because I'm a big ugly. So having these big uglies get their shine is something that I try to push a lot. And he is going to make every single other aspect of our defense so much better. I know he was my guy when we brought up our defensive tackles that we want to bring in. I said DJ Reader. They got DJ Reader. This was months and months ago. Go pull the tape. But I just think he's going to make everybody's job so much easier when it comes to linebackers, when it comes to defensive ends, and that makes the secondary's job easier. That makes Aaron Glenn's job easier. That makes the offense's job easier because they're getting the ball in more favorable situations. I think DJ Reader, if I need to put a stamp on a first-year Lion, it's DJ Reader being that guy.
Yeah, for me, I'm with you too on the Aaron Glenn stuff. What was the name on the tweet?
CB.
AG, this is the year. I think he and Dan Campbell are very close. Obviously, they were there in New Orleans together for a long time. They both played.
Shout out Gun Guy,
that
take your
measurement
pants
of
off.
respect too. He's gotten rid of multiple guys at the position as position coaches. Talking about defensive line coaches, secondary coaches, and the only guy to remain has been AG. So I think, this is last year. On top of that, too, Dan Campbell actively went out and recruited. I don't know how the situation went down previously with AG hiring his staff and his coordinators and whatnot. Not his coordinators, but his position coaches. But I know Dan Campbell actively went out and acquired Terrell Williams.
Yes.
And Terrell Williams went over unilaterally. Got the permission from the Tennessee Titans after their coaching exchange to make sure he come play here in Detroit or coach here in Detroit because he's so close to Dan Campbell. And then Dan Campbell, following that, stated that he was the best defensive line coach in the league. He also, I think last year he was head coach in preseason games. Terrell Williams was. So I think he's here. It sounds disrespectful to AG, but if AG fails, Terrell Williams is your new defensive coordinator by far.
And Phil says I look like a leprechaun.
What?
I don't know what that means, but Luck of the Irish. Luck of the Irish is a go-to Disney movie.
Great movie.
Give me the ball.
Great movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You want it, Nick?
Yeah, real quick.
He's throwing up all these hand signs.
I'm like a third base coach in here. All right, no. So one thing I want to say, this upgraded defensive line, Aiden Hutchinson's going to have a phenomenal master year. Like, honestly, like, he is going to flourish under this new defensive line coach, Williams. And I think you can compare Hutchinson to turning into a guy like Micah Parsons. A guy on the back end of that defense in Dallas, Deron Bland, had 9 interceptions last year. It gives those guys the ability to get turnovers. And the guy that I think is going to have a lot of abilities because they're going to test him early because he's a rookie in his first season is Terrion Arnold. And I got the money and the bet to back it. Terrion Arnold, defensive rookie of the year.
62.50.
It was what I had in the account when I made the bet. Let's go. Terrion Arnold, defensive rookie of the year. He's going to be a massive reason why that this defense takes the next step to being Super Bowl caliber because there's no other, like, this, you cannot take a step back if you're Aaron Glenn. It's just not acceptable. Yeah. The Super Bowl is where we are going. You have to be better. This defense has to be better. I think Hutchinson wreaking so much havoc in the backfield is going to help out my guy, Terrion Arnold, on the outside, especially when that quarterback has to rush the throw. He gets an extra step on it. Gets a lot of interceptions and the pass breakups to go with it. The numbers are going to be up there, and that's why I think he catches that bet.
Sorry, Caleb.
Also, bet responsibly. I'm not promising that, but I did make that bet.
Before we get to Caleb, MPWMU says the Lions are only a 3.5-point favorite in the opener. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been that.
Smash that.
Smash.
All right. Caleb, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think either way, I think this might be Aaron Glenn's last year in Detroit just because if he does a phenomenal job, he's going to get a head coaching job, and if he does a bad job, I think Dan Campbell fires him. So, yeah, when it comes to the first-year Lion, I'm going to say Carlton Davis just because Aaron Glenn likes to play, a lot of man-to-man, and that's what Carlton Davis is good at. And, the improved defensive line and the pass rush, that's also going to help out Carlton Davis. And there's some, he almost got me. and there's some other talented guys in the secondary that are going to help out. That's going to help out Carlton Davis.
Chris?
Yeah, I mean, Booth boys are locked in step. Terrion Arnold was my pick. I think he's the guy. We've seen it. We've seen it all through camp. They've glowed about him, and you know what? He's going to be in a position because of that defensive line and because of the help that he has in the secondary too. Like he does have Kirby, Brian Branch, Iffy in rotation. Like he's got a lot of people in that safety room that can also help make his job easier. So every level that, and the one part of the defense we're not really talking a lot about is the linebacking crew, and that's because I think we kind of know what it is outside of Jack Campbell, and we're kind of hoping Jack Campbell is what he is. But if he is that, then Terrion has all the position in the world to succeed because I imagine most times it will be matchup dependent, but he'll probably be going against a lot of twos, so he'll be able to get some good opportunities to not only beat good names, but also make big plays.
I like it. Shout out to Runyon in the chat. He says, who's going to lead in interceptions? I vote Branch.
Let's make a
wait,
segment
you backed
of
on Kirby.
You want to make a segment of that?
Want to?
Okay.
Or
I mean, the people know my answer.
Oh, yeah. Last thing of the defensive rookie.
Kirby motherfucking Joseph.
Yeah, I was going to say,
interceptions.
I was going to say, weren't you saying that?
Last thing on defensive rookie of the year, this was a really, really, really strong offensive draft. So, like, a lot of the defensive rookies, they're not going to get that play that Terrion's really going to get.
Who's scaring you the most?
Probably Dallas Turner.
Yeah, I don't hate that. What about Verse?
How about Latu? You see him?
Latu look good.
Against the ones putting in work.
Those are the guys that we're talking about. Latu and,
Those are the guys.
Real quick, I guess, for my first-year player, I'm going to go with everyone said Terrion, but just to be different, I do believe this too if given the opportunity. I told you guys, I said this during camp. I think Ennis should be competing for Terrion's job, bro. Like, just from what I've seen in camp, bro, the way to describe it, and I think we had Derek Claxton on. He may have said this too, but he described Terrion as being annoying, and I could see it.
Yeah.
But I said I can see it with Terrion. I watched it with Ennis.
Yeah.
And obviously it was team two, so
twos,
there is that. You have that to say, but. I don't know, man. He's got it. He's got that dog in him. Like I said, when I went to go take that photo with him, bro was
staring in your soul.
Yeah, bro lined up, was squared up, looking at my feet. It was ready to just jam me to the bottom of the earth.
That's the the dream is to be coming off of a Super Bowl, going into the second year trying to go back to back, and your starting cornerbacks are Ennis Rakestraw and Terrion Arnold.
That is the dream.
That is the dream. Love Carlton Davis,
Yeah.
for sure. But, like, that's what it's set up to be, as the starters next year being Ennis and Terrion.
Yeah.
But we do got to go to break. Tell us about Swiss.
I'll tell you about Swiss. My guy Mark, he's the one running it. Contact him directly at mark@swissins.com or call him at 313-530-1698. Again, that's 313-530-1698.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Scan the QR code or visit woodwardsports.com for your opportunity to join the foursome of a lifetime that could be Traylon Edwards, Derek McCarty, and Calvin
your life.
Megatron Johnson. Change your life.
Tim McCollum, baby.
Tim McCollum. Again, visit woodwardsports.com or scan the QR code. It's a Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. And next time you buy your car, go to Randy Wise, not those other guys.
Shout out Randy Wise, man.
Shout out.
They, for real, though.
Fell in love with those guys last week.
Dude, Randy Wise, those are the boys. And they, shout out to Tim from Randy Wise.
Yeah.
They've been
putting
us in places that we shouldn't
be.
Like,
well, that's the thing, though, too. Whenever you meet someone of that stature and, like, they carry themselves like one of the boys,
yeah,
automatic love.
Oh, yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, Tim from Randy Wise is the man.
No, I mean, that's what this show represents.
He's buying his pizza. He's buying his drinks and stuff, yeah.
Typically, people up here, you know, all right, Randy Wise guys, they're like
yeah.
this.
Jay Feldman's like that, too.
Yeah, dude.
Just,
everyone's a heavyweight when they come home, bro.
Oh, for sure.
You put on the front all day.
Bros are going to be bros, man.
Exactly. Absolutely. You come home and you're broing it up.
Dudes are dudes.
Dudes are dudes. Guys are going to be guys.
Everybody laughs at a fart joke. Babies laugh at farts. It's in our nature. All right?
It's true. Farts are always funny. Farts will never not be funny.
Yeah. And they're international, too. They're internationally funny.
Oh, yeah. If you fart, doesn't matter what country you're in, it's probably going to be funny. I saw a Shane Gillis skit, or not a skit, it was just a piece of his podcast, and he's talking about church farts. Like, if somebody farts in church, he would have to leave because he'd be laughing so hard. And it makes sense, like, echoing off of the pew in a quiet-ass church, I would probably have to leave, too. I would probably be uncontrollably laughing.
It's funny, too, because when you leave, people probably think it's you at that point.
Yeah. Well. Oh, dude, I used to stare down old ladies in church. Because, like, I'd just be sitting there, like, I'd be sitting there with my family, and it'd be like, you know, the old ladies, like, looking at me, like, oh, they're children, they must be up to no good, and so I just stare right back at them.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Until they look away, just, like, death stare right at them, and they look away. I'm like, yeah, that's all right.
I've never told
Gladys.
I've never told anyone this, but Bryson for sure, because I was caught at church. I used to hump the end of the fucking thing.
Because I'm going to get it right up in ya.
Why am I not surprised? You're
like
the horniest motherfucker I've ever met.
I'd be humping the motherfucking thing in church.
My dad used to, you know when you, like, grab, like, right on your knee?
Yeah,
like right on your thigh?
Yeah.
My dad used to do that to me in church. Like, it'd just be dead quiet in the middle of a sermon. He'd just be like,
were you digging around?
No, I'd just be sitting there. And he'd just do it to fuck with me.
Yeah, but the pastor's like, he's a boy or whatever. Yeah. Kids, you know?
Kids are the darndest things.
That's
Camera shaker is number one.
Dude.
There's a heavy debate.
Shout out.
Some camera shaker in the booth.
Dude.
Lucas is back down at this point because he's heard a couple of the real spenny farts. Luke, I'll give Luke for a skinny man.
Yeah,
Lucas can pump him out.
He packed a punch. That was so funny too. You just go sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, All right, what else we got on Twitter?
Football.
Yeah, next Twitter question.
All right.
And we all saw a couple in the chat, too. We'll get to those as well.
Here we go. Eduardo.
Shout out Eduardo.
Shout out.
Oh,
Is someone gonna read it?
Do you think Brad saying the goal is to win the Super Bowl means they are more likely to make a win now move?
Yes.
Absolutely. And I don't know that it happens in the course of the offseason. I think it happens within season. You kind of scouting yourself. Obviously, people become available for trade. Teams aren't going to make the playoffs. I think, yeah. I believe that was the situation last year. I thought last year, had they made the move for Chase Young or somebody of that caliber as opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, it would have bettered their odds at winning the Super Bowl.
I agree.
And a lot of people clowned at us, laughed at us. We pulled the tape from Brad Holmes at the presser. He looked pissed off that he did get something done. And he's like, just because we didn't get anything.
Hunter.
Yeah, that's a rumor. Reports said that he wanted Daniil Hunter. I think, if he would have got someone like that, maybe Detroit Lions would have been in the Super Bowl. I mean, look at how close we were. You talk about how bad the secondary was. We always talk about it. We talked about it, Nick and I, when you were on last Friday. The defensive line matters in the situation. I feel like defensive lines help carry these Super Bowl teams more often than the secondaries. That's going to help your secondary, whether it's good or bad or not.
A good defensive line makes a bad secondary look good.
Yeah,
and yes, I agree. Eduardo, I agree 100% that yes, it means they're going to make a move at the deadline. I wholeheartedly believe that because you hear it echoed from the top down, from Sheila Ford Hamp to Dan Campbell, or to Brad Holmes, to Dan Campbell, to Aiden Hutchinson, to Penny Sewell, to Amon-Ra St. Brown, to Jared Goff, to all of these guys. Their expectations are to win a Super Bowl. And when you are that team, when you are trying to win a Super Bowl, it's an arms race. The NFL trade deadline has become an arms race. You see the Eagles grabbing someone. You see the Niners grabbing someone. You see the Chiefs grab somebody. The Texans are probably going to grab somebody this year. And we know Brad Holmes comes from the lineage of fuck them picks. And he's proven to us that he doesn't value a pick as much as we value him making the pick. Because he's traded these third rounders. He's traded these fifth rounders to move up in the draft to get a guy he wants. And the guys he wants now are going to be all-stars, all-pros on other teams at the deadline. So when Carolina's
bombing
5 games out of third place, when the New Orleans Saints are 6 games back of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for second place, and they're looking for somebody to take Cam Jordan. They're looking for somebody to take a Derek Brown. Brad Holmes is going to be that guy holding all the pieces, holding all the cards, and I fully expect them to make a move because they know this is the year. This is the year. This is the team of destiny. The Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to bring somebody in at the deadline. I wholeheartedly believe it.
Brad saying it just cemented it for me personally. It's going to happen. Again, it's not in the course of the offseason. You just self-scout, happen at the deadline, Detroit Lions go to the Super Bowl.
More likely elite defensive end or an elite wide receiver?
That's a great question.
Probably
I think
wide receiver.
Okay, I'm thinking defensive end.
Hey, got him. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, you go first.
I just think that...
I just think you don't really pay enough attention to me.
You really... you just think I don't think when I say things. No, but...
Like, when you ask me where I want to go out to eat, you should know where I want to go out to eat.
When I look at this defensive line, the defensive line is more of a unit than the receiving core. And I know the offense isn't going to be the problem, and the offense is going to be what it is, even without an elite wide receiver. But if you've got somebody... You've got the Browns in third place, and they're hanging Amari Cooper on the trade deadline, because they're not going to trade Myles Garrett. They're not going to trade those guys, but they're hanging Amari Cooper out over there. I'd scoop it up like a ground ball. I think that the defensive line as a unit is more deep and more solidified than the wide receiver core. And obviously, we still have to see how the season plays out. But
you got one for wide receiver?
Yeah, I was going to say for wide receiver to build on that point, too. I think Spencer's getting to it. But there is just an abundance of good wide receivers. And there's only so many teams that are actually going to be playing football that matters at the trade deadline. So even if a defensive end is more of a need, Brad Holmes will address whichever need that is more. But at the end of the day, I think wide receivers, they'll be more just because there's just so many good receivers.
That's a good point. And teams are more likely to hold on to an edge rusher.
Yes.
Like we saw the Carolina Panthers hold on to Brian Burns until after the season and stuff like that. Like
they
you
fucked
want
themselves, though.
They did.
I mean, Minnesota.
Minnesota, same thing.
Minnesota
Held on to Daniil Hunter.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to those because those guys there's what?
Change the game.
7 elite edge rushers in the NFL, and there's 15 elite receivers.
A lot of the names going around in the chat, the Raiders might be selling. They have an edge rusher and a wide receiver
I don't think it would be Devontae Adams either.
Yeah.
If you're getting somebody off the Raiders, it would probably be Jacoby Myers.
If you're going for elite, though, if you're going big for it, think about.
Oh, I cream my
take
shorts
either
if
of
you
them.
get either of those guys.
What are you giving up? Second?
You would have to give up at least a first-round pick for either of those guys.
For Crosby?
Crosby
Or
or
Devontae.
Adams.
Yeah.
You have to give up a first.
See, I got as a defensive player. I think more specifically probably defensive end, just because we're set on offense. Like, there's just no need to go out there and spend the future draft capital on something you know that's working already.
Yeah.
The only place we have question marks, in my opinion, is the secondary and at defensive end. I think, that's where you make the move, whether it be, if it was Max Crosby. That'd be beautiful, man.
That's still my dream. I'm still holding out for that or Patrick Surtain. Even though I love the secondary we have,
dude.
Like
if we got Patrick Surtain.
The Chargers got quite a bit of team to build up. They have guys they could drop off of. And I was going to get to Patrick Surtain too, like that guy as well. You've already had the relationship between Dan Campbell and Sean Payton in that situation. Like if that's what
you have the
Amon
Ra Patrick Surtain respect for what it's worth.
That's the only guy he ever gives credit to in the defensive backfield. Is
He's
Patrick
a
Surtain.
dog, dude.
Yeah, I just think your questions marks
Probably the best
are on the
quarterback
defensive
in the
end.
league.
And and obviously if an injury happens too, that's where they'll address too. But Caleb, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I would like to say yes, he goes out and makes a move at the deadline, Brad Holmes. I think it's kind of tough to answer, like, what side of the ball I think it is, because it depends, like, if this offense, if we notice after week, 6, that, this offense might need another weapon, even though I don't think that'll be the case.
Yeah, no.
Then it will be a receiver, and if the defense isn't much improved, we could go out and get a defensive end. But yeah, I agree with Spenny. I really do think we go out and get someone. It will be, obviously, from one of those teams like Nick said, like it could be like a Carolina, a New Orleans, a team like that. And yeah, I think we go out and get someone at the deadline, unlike last year.
Got to pick a side. Offense, defense.
It'll be a defensive player. It will be a defensive player.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick a position group right now.
Pick a position group.
Defensive end. It will be an edge rusher.
Maybe Hassan
very
Reddick.
easily persuadable.
Dude folded instantly.
He folded instantly.
Raiders.
Full like me in a room with Sidney Sweeney.
Jets, Raiders.
The Raiders just went after Wilkins, though. It's like
the Raiders are trying to win.
They're probably
The Raiders are going to be second in their division this year. So
Steelers.
Steelers are going to be first in their division. They're going to be second in their division this year too.
Picking season. Need them to be a baller.
Like I said, look at the Browns. Look at
Commanders.
the Panthers, obviously. Look at the Saints. Look at
the Saints are going to be bad.
I like the Saints as an
the
option.
Commanders.
Yep.
If you could
I
get
just said that.
who, Derek, what's his name?
Jonathan Allen.
Deron Payne.
Either or.
If you trade for Payne, you're probably not re-signing a lean.
If you trade for Payne, you're not re-signing a lean.
I kind of think the Commanders are sneaky good.
Hey, big Jaden Daniels guy?
I don't know.
I'm not a big Jane Daniels guy. I just like everything else. And I like the fact that they had a quarterback that was still balling, even though he got
the
sacked a million
Giants'
times.
offense is so ass
Yeah.
that they don't win games, so you can grab a piece off that defensive line.
Just paid Burns. Can they afford Thibodeau?
Tibbs, Burns, Sexy Dexy. Dude, Dexter Lawrence and Ali McNeil, or Dexter Lawrence and
dirty.
DJ Reader in the middle.
Talk freaky.
Yeah, dude. Football hasn't even started yet, and I'm bricked up.
It's a Friday. We're just throwing out Pro Bowl, All-Pro players.
Just talking about the best defensive line ever assembled. Let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. It's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford at Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together.
I looked up like I was supposed to say something.
That's right.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda, A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is known for the best chicken, pizza, and biscuits in the game. They just opened one in Madison Heights. If you want to find one near you, go to Sorokis.com. Soroki's. Now that's crispy.
Wilson, there would need to be multiple season-ending injuries before we trade for a corner, especially Surtain. No, there would just be a need to win a Super Bowl. That flat as that. There's not a situation where you don't want to patch Surtain on your team. And by the way, too, we don't know what Ennis Raker Straw. He may end up being the corner spot. I'm sorry, not the corner spot, but I mean like the nickel spot. Wouldn't need necessarily injuries for that to happen. Just the fact that you want to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes, as well as he's done in the draft, which is very, very well. And so have the Rams, too, when he was there. But he comes from the lineage of fuck those picks. He comes from the same team that traded for Jalen Ramsey. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying don't count it out of your cards. It'd be silly, too.
I would say, too, I know we talked about this last segment, and Caleb kind of alluded to it. I do think there's a chance that if this team is fully healthy, Brad Holmes doesn't necessarily need to make a big swing or will, unless a player that he likes is really available. Like, I definitely see a world in which he makes a small DPJ type move or nothing at all at the deadline if this team is fully healthy, clicking on all cylinders, looking like what we project it to be. I don't know if he's making a move with how much him and Dan Campbell value what they have internally. So I could see a world in which they don't. I think it's more likely they do make a trade than they don't. But that world to me exists if this team is as good as we think it is.
Yeah, Chris, to that point, I think like Spencer said earlier, it's like he is willing to give up draft capital if he finds that it could help this team like a Carlton Davis. But let's not forget, that was a third-round pick. I don't think Brad Holmes is in the business of giving up a first-round pick or a second-round pick for a guy that he doesn't know what he's like in that locker room. You know? Like, he's not going to give up that much capital when it comes to drafting players because obviously we've seen in the first and second round he has drafted all-pro type players. Sewell, You think about Laporta. You think about like a Brian Branch, up-and-coming star. He's not going to give up that kind of capital for a guy that he does not know how he works on a day-to-day basis.
We've seen Brad Holmes talk about this. We've seen Brad Holmes say that he likes to pay the guys that he knows. He likes to pay the guys in-house. And really, there has been 4 players that he's strayed away from this with, that being DJ Reader, David Montgomery, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and Carlton Davis. 1 worked, 1 didn't work, and 2 are up in the air. So I'm not sure. But I do think he's going to do it, though. I don't know if he's going to take on this big, giant contract, but he'd take an inspiring guy to win a Super Bowl.
He'd take a guy that he believes in.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlton Davis, that was an inspiring contract, I guess, looking back at it, but they would take someone that listen, Brad Holmes told you point blank, what's your expectation this season is to win a Super Bowl. Anything that aligns you to fall short of that this season, I promise you they're going to make a move to address it. I don't know if it's. I'm not telling you it's going to be a Pat Surtain, but let it be a Pat Surtain. I'm in the streets naked celebrating. I promise you that. But listen, this is the last dance. I know other people think a little bit more highly of the situation we got going on here outside of Ben Johnson than myself. But let this be known, that's why they're addressing this season this way. We've yet to see Brad Holmes be this aggressive with acquiring Carlton Davis. We've seen him be aggressive in the draft and jumping up to draft Jameson Williams, but he was the guy that were stashing because he knew he was going to play with the ACL. They grabbed a guy this year that's ready to go, and they could start opposite side of Carlton Davis. They also signed DJ Reader to the most money they spent in the offseason yet, too. They don't spend that kind of money when they re-sign, or not re-sign, but acquire free agents. Like, this year's aggressive because this year's mission is to bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Don't let that slip your mind at all whatsoever. That's the reason why Ben Johnson came back. Eazy could have left and got himself a guaranteed bag of multiple millions. He didn't. He came back to Detroit because the job wasn't finished.
Yeah, even if a position doesn't need to be addressed, doesn't mean we can't bring someone in. Kind of like you were saying. Like, if it's going to make your team better, bring them in. Even if it's just adding depth, even if it's bumping someone down on the depth chart. This is kind of what winning teams do, and I'm excited to see what a Brad Holmes decides to do at this deadline. Even though this is far ahead, I'm just worried about week 1. Worried about the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to hear you say that again, Caleb.
Yeah. What did I say?
I'm worried about the Rams.
No. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. I'm focused on the Rams.
Exactly. Let's go. I'm just messing around.
All right, we got some more questions from Mailbag on Twitter. We also have one from the chat. We saw you in Ronan.
I got one more to throw up. You want to do that one? And then
who we got?
Here we go.
Jeff Graham. Robinson, Patrick, DPJ. Who will be the one on the roster game 1? I don't think
any of them.
I don't think any of them make the roster week 1. And I don't think it's if anyone does, it would be DPJ. Again, just because of familiarity with the system. He knows what's going on. But just week 1, I think we're kind of set in stone what we got going on. And I think attacking this team, I will do it. I mean, the way we always run through the air and on the ground. I can't speak to anything specifically, but I don't think anyone's getting called up week 1.
Yeah.
Spinning?
No, I don't think any of these guys get called up week 1. Obviously, if any of them were to, it would be Donovan Peoples-Jones, just because he's already familiar with the offense. He's familiar with what's going on. I don't think Tim Patrick or Allen Robinson would be called up just because they don't know the offense, they don't know the game plan, they don't know the scheme. If any of them is, it would be Donovan Peoples-Jones, but I wouldn't put my money on any of them.
Gun to your head.
Gun to my head, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
There you go.
You don't believe that?
I do!
I'll give Patrick a shot.
Week 1 or just in general?
Yeah, just big body. You've seen what you got in DPJ. You obviously can't trust the guy, so you brought Patrick in ASAP when it came to cuts. He was the first guy that they signed, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he impresses in camp, and obviously the big body. If he's healthy, he can obviously catch some balls, high point them.
None of them. We're getting Justin Jefferson.
Let's go.
Lock it in.
Yeah, I'm going to say Patrick too. I think he's going to be if anyone gets brought up for week 1, it'll be him. Just because, like Nick said, big body guy. That's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, I think it will be Tim Patrick.
All right, so that's Twitter questions. At least the ones that I grabbed before we started the show. I apologize, I was driving if you guys asked them, I didn't get to you. But let's move over to the YouTube chat. We got one from Steve O'Baby, Mailbag Easy. Do you think the offense will be better in the third quarter this year for the Detroit Lions since last year was struggling? Yes.
Yes.
I tried to go back last year and just find a rhyme or reason why any of those things were happening, and it was just constant, just the weirdest, goofball, strangest shit. Like Jahmyr Gibbs fumbling, I can't blame Ben Johnson's play calling for that. I mean, there's the only game when I was doing that was Chicago, when I felt like we could have ran the ball a few more times before trying to, like, dart down the field with JG, who maybe Ben doesn't have this perception, but I think everyone has a fair perspective that he's not great in cold weather. I would have kept running the ball if I were. That's the only thing. But I just don't think we'll have that type of luck this year. That's really what it was for me. Bad luck. I don't think it's anything to do with play calling. I don't think it's anything to do with coming out flat or anything like that. Just maybe coming out flat could have been the reason because they're all just weird situations. You had Reynolds fumble against Chicago that one time on the kick return.
Yeah.
JG, but that was even his fault too because Sam Laporta got pushed down that route when he threw that interception. Like it was always weird shit. None of it you could pinpoint to like a singular issue.
It's if anybody knows what the reason it was, it will be Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Because you know that man poured over the tape. He made sure he watched every single third quarter for all of time to see what teams are doing and what he wasn't doing that made things work. I'm not worried about it. It was kind of fluky. I think they're going to be back to it. They're going to be good to go. We're going to have the best offense in the NFL next year. I'm not worried about it.
Talk about head scratchers here. I saw it in the chat. The Rams lost their Mike linebacker.
They traded him.
Yeah, they traded him.
They traded him to the Titans.
What the hell? Like, and then McVay snapped back at that reporter that's asked him about it.
To be fair, that reporter was asking some dumbass questions. He's like, what's this mean in the short term or the long term or something like that.
They got worse at linebacker.
Yeah, there's no short term, brother. He's not coming back. It's a long term move. He's gone.
How big of a difference do you think that makes in week one when it comes to guarding like a guy like Sam Laporta and stopping guys like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs?
I think that's a big deal. Like, he was a damn good player. He was a good linebacker. He was making things happen, but they just couldn't get a deal done with him, so they had to move on. And you know, a week before your first game is not the best point to move on from your green dot middle linebacker.
Yeah. Shout out Mike Chafe, K for the chat.
Yeah,
and by the way, too, I know a lot of people try to spin that towards a negative way in McVay, but like if you listen, I'll find it if you guys want. But like the reporter was asking a dumbass question, like it was like a short term thing, or like there was no short term to it. It's just a long term situation. And then McVay trading him to, in my opinion, was just giving that guy respect. Like, look, being straight up with you, we're not going to pay you. Like, this is not going to happen.
Who'd they trade him to?
Titans. And
For
Titans
what?
actually just lost, I think it was like a 4th or 5th. Nothing crazy. I can look it up.
Crazy what linebackers go for. Like, the best in the game went for, what, a second rounder from Chicago to, or one of the best in the game. But
that was wild.
Yeah, to the Ravens, where he, I think, won an All-Pro.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Like, I will give, and then actually we have to see it play out, obviously, but I'll give Ryan Poles credit for this draft class just because I did really like Austin Booker. Obviously, you grabbed fucking Roma Dunze. Oh, that's the one.
Yep.
Obviously, you grabbed Roma Dunze. Wait, why that? We'll get to it. Obviously, you grabbed Roma Dunze. Obviously, you grabbed Caleb Williams. But I think he lucked into that situation with the Panthers, like, because that trade was crazy because he went and paid Edmonds the same amount of money.
Yeah.
He traded the second rounder for Chase Claypool. He did a lot of dumb shit before this offseason happened. I think kind of lucked into it because the Panthers were worse.
I don't know, man. Still being a 3.5-point favorite is kind of crazy to me. Like, with Jonah Jackson being your center, losing your green dot linebacker, both tackles probably going to be gone.
Kyron Williams being your punt returner.
Yeah,
Dude, not thrilled about that.
We're gonna win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're begging you to take. I mean, the 3.5 though, like that half is a weird number.
It is.
Like, it's a weird spot.
It's that hook. But let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, knee Kept biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
I tried. What up? Welcome back to Word of the Weights, live woodsports.com. Easy joined by Spin More Raxter.
www.
We got young Nick, or not young Nick, but Microwave Nick. Caleb was in the building. Where'd he go?
He had to leave.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We're hitting Romeo tomorrow for sure. We're hitting Peach Fest.
Are we?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
He's at the beer tent.
Oh, yeah.
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 He said tomorrow's probably the night, so.
I'm down.
Tomorrow night. I'll bring Darius. Darius's girls.
Bring some boots.
Darius' girls off for the weekend, so.
It's going to be muddy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain?
No, I mean, it's Romeo. My boy went there last year. What?
Everyone knows Romeo's muddy.
It is.
No, it
Romeo
is.
Full of mud?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Really?
It's out in the sticks.
Oh,
it is.
Yeah. My boy went there like last year.
though.
I was just talking to him the week before. And he's bitching at me because someone like dented his car. I was like, where? At the Romeo Beer Fest.
We should hit this
He's
one
I was
first.
pissed. My car got dented. My shoes are all muddy. But he's a city slicker. He ain't know about that.
That's where I got my car totaled. Was coming back from Romeo.
I know.
It's a trashy time. It's right up your alley.
That was on 420.
Yeah, it was. That bitch
She
is
had
stupid. Who's
a
drinking?
fifth of Jameson in her,
on 420. What
in
an
her
idiot.
bag when she walked up to me.
That's
Are
her
you
fault.
all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you all right? Like,
Yeah. Back to it.
It's crazy.
The mailbags will continue to grow because you guys are asking some phenomenal questions. Keep them rolling, by the way, too. 'Cause I like these. We're kind of dry today on the prep. Here's the next one, Spinny. This is one you wanted to read off earlier. Who leads in interceptions?
Kirby Joseph.
Yeah.
Kirby Joseph
I don't know why
leads the
I started with
NFL in interceptions. Not just the Lions, the NFL. With 9.
The Lions.
It's going to be Kirby Joseph. He's a ball hawk. That's what he does. And now that he's not going to have to, make up for Cam Sutton getting burnt every other snap, it's going to be Kirby Joseph.
Nick?
I
don't know who I got, honestly. Brian Branch. I'm going to go Brian Branch.
Oh,
listen.
Oh.
Kirby, I don't know
boomer.
if you had your head down. I don't know if you're on the phone. I apologize.
After you, bro.
Just to be different, I'm going to go Brian Branch. I think Kirby could definitely be the guy. Don't get me wrong. He's had 4 interceptions both years in the NFL. Last year with a bad team, too. But I think Branch back to the safety position. He's back there to make plays. I'm hoping, we didn't hear too much or see too much of it out of Jack Campbell in camp and in preseason, but I'm hoping Jack gets his hands on a few balls, tips them up, and as we know, Brian Branch, he tends to capitalize on them. We had saw it in the Saints game and against Patrick Holmes.
We're sleeping on one Aiden Hutchinson.
Hey.
Hands of velvet. Like that dude.
If he's our interception leader, that's a bad season.
That's a very bad season.
I'm going to go with the guy that I flashed the 62-50
No
for earlier.
way.
He leads the Lions. I think he's going to get tested, honestly, so much.
That's fair.
He's going to get tested. He's going to get a lot of balls thrown his way, like Riley Reid on a Saturday night. Yeah, I don't think I can bounce back from that one. That just flew off the tongue. Yikes.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Riley Reid on a
It always does.
Terrion Arnold, let's go. I'm
always
getting into
does
all
with
the
a few
hype today.
drinks.
I was looking through a lot of my future bets, and I got fired up thinking about Terrion, this defensive line, and I think they're going to know not to throw any deep balls to Kirby Joseph and one Brian Branch. They're going to try to throw a lot to Terrion Arnold, and he's going to get interception.
Get tested like Riley Reid on a Saturday night.
That's
a lot of balls flown his way.
That's a bar. A lot of balls thrown her way, too.
Yeah.
Multiple different directions.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yes. She's goated, though.
If they're good.
Yeah. Would she make a, what's the mountain they have?
Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore?
Riley Reid would be up there for sure.
Yeah.
I have no
problem.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't love.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Sky Bree.
Yeah.
She's newer, but yeah.
I feel like Mia
she's elite.
Khalifa. I feel like Mia Khalifa has to be up there.
She was a game changer.
She was a game changer.
She changed the game.
She was.
Tiana's on my goal.
Tiana. Throat goat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already at like 8 for spots of 4.
Yeah, it's kind of gross how many names we know.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
but if you know what you're looking for, you gotta get down to it.
Remember the chat when we were talking about
Age of Fox
website ideas?
No. Website ideas?
Yeah, we were like, if you have like a
What did I
scroll
do?
sidebar, and we sent the screenshot of the hub sidebar.
Oh yeah.
And our guy put out a random one that nobody had ever heard of. Oh man, good times.
All right,
Not gonna
football,
expose
my bad,
anybody.
boys. My bad.
No, Nick, we're gonna sit here and make our
Top 5, top
corn
5.
Mount Rushmore, and we know Riley Reid's on yours. So give us one more name, we'll move on to football.
Abella.
Let's go.
There you go. That's my guy.
That's a good one.
Teresa, I love you.
I haven't partaken, but I will now after your recommendations. All right,
I mean,
the
you
last
got to
one we
be
got-
educated. You got to be educated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
you gotta
know?
do the film research.
Yeah,
You know,
be cultured.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, all right, never mind. Moving on.
One would call me student of the game.
Thank
Who's
God
the
I know
next-
she's babysitting, so she's not watching. Let's go.
Who's the next Detroit Lion to get
All
excited?
right, so name another.
Does she normally watch? Yeah, okay, give us your 4.
Get
You
your
do this
shit off.
yourself. You're not listening.
Get
Give
your
us your
shit
4.
off.
By the numbers, I got. We got college football picks coming up next.
got
Don't
college
Yes, we
worry.
do.
football
Yes, we
picks.
do.
Yeah.
All right. Who's the next Detroit Lion to get extended? And then we'll move on from the mailbag.
Ali McNeil.
Ali the dream.
Yeah,
Ali McNeil. They're
That's
already,
kind of a cheat
They're
code.
already
Yeah.
in talks.
That's a cheat
Is
code.
what reports are, that they're already in talks with Ali McNeil. So
Watching film. This is Jivo.
gotta watch film. Gotta
Yeah.
gotta do a good film study, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Ali McNeil. I mean, obviously he deserves it. Oh Jesus!
You're
Detroit
only as
City,
great as you
relax.
prepare.
She's a nice lady.
Oh, Nick's pissed.
I,
Dude turned instantly
No,
red.
No, Detroit City just likes to chirp and try to get a response. Detroit City, I
Bum.
hope you're having fun this weekend. Crack another frickin' beer.
Okay, so yeah, Ali McNeil is going to be the guy to get extended. He's obviously in need of it. He is
In need of it?
Yeah, he's in need of an extension.
His poor boy. Yo,
Let's help him out.
hold on, just real quick.
In need.
Real quick. When I dapped up Aleem, bro, this guy,
Pause.
no, he's fucking jacked. So his tricep was just fucking
yeah.
ready to bite my head off. It was crazy. He's in phenomenal shape.
He's on that spenny fit.
Dog, he's on something, man. Remind me of Dominic
He
Sue.
just takes
Don't
a
say
step
that.
back.
We don't need any random drug tests here.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't say that. Who said that?
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
No, but, okay. Ali McNeil is going to be extended next.
Yeah, he's in fucking phenomenal shape. I can't wait to watch Aleem.
Hey, I got a
And not like
Curveball.
take
Bro, I had a
one
boulder
step.
just chill on the
Curveball,
fucking
fellas.
side of his arm.
He's in good shape too.
Curveball.
Not
I got
like
it.
take one step back and take the picture again. It's shape like he's in actually good shape.
Curveball.
Got one out of left field.
Swing and a miss.
Same
Speaking of curveball.
It was.
same draft. Gonna
Just
come
like
in
the
at a
Twitter
cheaper
account.
side.
Levi?
Levi Ozarike. You get him cheap because he hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
And if he's, it's ballsy because he has not played.
Yeah.
But maybe they take a flyer on like a kind of long-term contract like you see in baseball with the young guys that haven't really proven it yet. Shout out Cole Keith. You give it the contract early, and it looks like a steal after he produces this season.
Yeah, you know
That's
what?
not bad.
Him probably after the season because you want to make sure he's healthy enough to fall through the 17-game season. But
yeah, but
I'm
if he
telling you boys,
what if he puts up like 10, 9, 10?
I mean, I'm not saying 9-10, but like healthy Levi he's causing damage.
6 and a disruptor.
Yes, absolutely. By all accounts, by the way, too. You're not just hearing this from me. Remember
Kevin
OTAs?
Zeitler said two
Yes.
$20 million
Yes.
defensive tackles.
And bro, you gotta think about it this way too.
Sex
He
sells.
said
We need
that
more
the Kyle Pico stuff. Wait, what happened?
Dakota Mullet says sex sells. We need more spinning golf.
Spinning golf. But on top of that, though, I forgot what I was even gonna say. Oh, Kyle Pico was like slotted to be your starting nose tackle week 1. And then he's cut.
And they
he's in
haven't
the practice
re-signed
squad.
him yet.
He's in the practice
They did
squad.
re-sign him?
But there's still that open spot. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
The only other person you put at nose tackle with Broderick Martin on the IR or on the pup at least it would be Levi. So yeah, I'm high expectations for that one. Shout out to Levi. Big shout out to Levi. Let's go to break, come back, get to those college bets, some games tonight. I want you guys to react to the Colorado game too. Did you watch, Nick?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit.
Let's get it down.
Honestly, I was out pretty fucking early.
Tell us
last
about
night.
Katie K. Law.
Divorce. If your partner's listening to the show, much like Nick's, and when you come home, she wants to surprise you, call Kevin and Catherine. Have them in your back. They got your back. You tell them the Heavyweights sent you. They pay your first-time filing fee. Scan the QR code or call 248-971-0476. It's Kevin and Catherine here in Birmingham, Michigan. 10+ years of experience and 24/7 availability. It's Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law with any family law issue.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Dispo Dispensary is not only your local campus plug, but right now, if you spend $25 or more, if you scan this QR code, they will give you $10 off said purchase. They're your local campus plug. You might catch the boys there at the Romeo one tomorrow.
Very well could.
Picking up. Guys, Dispo Dispensary, your local campus plug. Visit disposhops.com. You must be 21 up and let you participate.
John Daly collection coming soon.
Oh, man. Tomorrow, the John Daly collection
It drops
rolls
tomorrow?
out. Yeah, September 1st tomorrow.
Oh, we're definitely pulling up
Speaking
tomorrow.
of the John Daly collection, let me collect myself right quick.
Yeah.
Shout out John Daly. Real one.
Shout out John Daly for sure.
Like I said, like if you meet someone high up and they're just treating you like the bro.
That was a ripper.
Oh, yeah, you ripped. That was a big one. Shout out John Daly one more time.
Shout out John Daly. John Daly, just talk about like meeting your idols.
Yeah, that's cool.
John Daly was the man.
That's
Dude.
cool.
Shout out to Hyman. Shout out to Dispo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Woodward Sports for allowing us to do that. That was so cool, man. He said he loves us. John Daly is on record saying he loves me. And I said I love you too.
Yeah, he said he loved me too. Hold on, don't just take all the love there.
Well, I said us first.
You said I love you
said
back.
us
You
first.
said
Don't-
me.
I said
get
us
insecure.
first.
Did he say
He
us?
did say us.
Relax.
Oh, okay.
He did say us.
Relax. But I was speaking for myself.
I think it's funny how
No, but yeah, John Daly said he loves us. And I said I love you too. He's a very cool guy. I really wanted to shotgun a beer with him. But
Talk about, like, again, just being in a setting where it's like the elites. Golf is that. Like, golf will make you feel out of place real quick.
And he has always been that dude.
The disruptor.
Ripping cigs.
Yep.
Slamming John Daly's.
Shout out.
The story of him with Tiger when they were talking, like when they were going head to head for one of his majors. And he was like, yeah, Tiger would get out there at 6 a.m. He would shoot 30 balls. He would go, or shoot 130 balls. He would go do his workout. He would come back. He'd shoot another 130 balls. And then he'd go to his tee time. And John Daly was like, yeah, I'd wake up about 9 a.m., go shoot 10 balls at the range, and then go to my tee time. It's like,
Dude, how about the story he told us about the Arizona trip?
Yeah.
He came in, hung over as fuck.
Yeah.
And then he killed the Cardinal on a birdie.
Dude, yeah. John Daly, absolute legend. That was awesome.
All right, Nick, you've been brewing up this college segment for 2 days now. Real quick, actually. We're all taking the under on Colorado after last night, right? I mean, that was kind of rough.
I didn't take the under.
No, I'm just saying the season. I mean, I don't know. We said 6 or 7 yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going 5 now.
I mean,
that's a tough schedule. And
it is a tough schedule, but the teams that I think they could beat, they could still beat. Like Colorado State's not a terrible, North Dakota State's not a terrible team. They're actually pretty good. So the teams that I think they can beat, I still think they can beat. The teams that I think they're going to lose to, I still think they're going to lose to.
How'd you guys feel about the matchup in Lincoln next weekend with my Cornhuskers?
I think the Cornhuskers taking it, bro. If I'm being honest with you.
Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
I like play a game first before I can say.
I'm rooting for Deion, but the one thing he does do by acting the way he does, he makes that game for every other team their Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He makes it like that. That's such an easy sell for the coaches heading into that week.
Yeah.
He just make it tougher on his guys. And I don't know if it's by purpose because he's got sons. He wants them to be tested, or
I mean,
if it's just how he is. I think it's just how he is.
It's just how he is. It's just prime time, dude. He's prime time. I love Deion Sanders. I said this the other day. I saw all those tweets. It was like, we're all North Dakota State fans today. Speak for your fucking self, dude. I love Deion Sanders.
Oh yeah,
I want Colorado. I want Colorado to win in all facets, unless they're playing Michigan State. Like,
but after watching yesterday, I don't know.
No, yeah.
And if they're gonna lose Sador,
oh, you mean
he's probably going with them?
He'll probably go to Florida State or something after that.
Would you guys have cared about last night's game at all if Deion's not there?
No,
I would.
Me neither.
Oh no,
That's what I'm saying. So that's why he's great for college football.
Yeah,
he gets you to care about games that you would never give a about.
They
in the
had
past.
a record 68,000 applicants to enroll in Colorado this summer.
Yeah,
that is Deion Sanders. Like, he's prime time. We talk about that's what Flannel was doing flannel stuff, freaking out about it because Flannel's all about on the field results. But Neil was talking about the money that he brought to Colorado just being who he is.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't win games, he is still making Colorado a name brand in college football.
Yeah,
his
honestly,
boss will never fire him. He could win no games.
I'm not gonna
and
lie.
he'd still have his job.
All time, like jersey is like the stand test of time, a Shedeur Sanders Colorado jersey.
That'd be fire,
a black one.
Dude.
Yes, bro.
Just like a Dirty Birds Deion jersey, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Black Falcons Deion jersey. Are you kidding me?
Shedeur is good too.
Shedeur is a dog. He's gonna be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft.
I mean, he would be so annoying to play against.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will be. I think Jerry Jones is going to do anything he can
What
to
if he
go
gets
up and get him.
dude.
He's going to try anything
Michigan
he can.
fans-
That's
Oh my
maybe
God.
why he hasn't paid Dak yet.
That
Shout
makes
out Ryan.
so much
Shout out
sense.
Ryan for this one.
Oh, Ryan Remine said that?
No, my buddy Ryan.
Oh, shout out to Ryan. Yeah, no, that's the move.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not
and-
paying Dak, that all aligns. And they're going to suck this year, by the way.
And shout out to Bartender Reno. He said that before.
Bartender Reno?
Yeah, his name is Reno.
Where are you watching? Is it somebody's house or a bar?
It's at a house.
Let's go, Spinny.
It's like an apartment.
No.
It's like a pretty.
No.
All right, here we go.
I texted you back.
Oh,
My friend's already there waiting for me. So
I don't like white people. Wow, that's crazy.
I don't. White people suck. All right.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes, 7 games.
Do one or do a couple, and then we'll come back to it.
All right. We got the game. Speaking of prime time, we got 7
Michigan
o'clock.
State versus
Michigan
Florida
State on a
Atlantic.
Friday. Michigan State are 12.5-point favorites tonight against Florida Atlantic. Does the Jonathan Smith era of Spartan football start off with a win, and do they cover? Spenny.
It starts off with a boom. Yeah, they win and they cover. They're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. They're going to put up at least 30 points. Like, this offense is going to be ready to go. The defense has some question marks. I'm not going to lie there. The secondary is a question mark. The defensive line is a question mark. The linebackers are pretty solid. But the offense, it is the same quarterback, center, tight end, offensive coordinator, and head coach that came from Oregon State. So they are going to come out there with a purpose. I already talked about the running backs. I talked about the other receivers with Montori Foster, Nick Marsh, and Antonio Gates Jr. The offense is going to put up points. Michigan State's going to win this by at least 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go Michigan State. I mean, this is one of those schools you never heard of. I am buying into the Aiden Childs hype. I really am. I think he's a real deal.
He's a dog.
I respect John Smith, just looking at what he did at Oregon State. That's like a similar situation to what D'Antonio did at Michigan State once upon a time. Like, Oregon State's not a big school at all. And for him to have the success that they had, that means he's actually coaching. He's not blessed by coordinators. It's all him. Where I felt like even previously Tuck was kind of carried, not even the coaches, carried by K9 alone. And some of those receivers too.
The receivers for sure.
But I think that Michigan State actually has a coach, and if the the boosters are spinning, they can maybe turn that into something,
I'm
bro.
I'm telling you, like Jay Johnson is the worst human in existence. I would spit in his face if I saw him in real life. He is my most hated sports figure ever. And now he's the offensive coordinator of Wyoming or something like that. Take the under on their game. You want a lock of the century. Take the Wyoming under.
I want you guys to know when we do this segment, I will be keeping track of their spread records. So let's get good at college football picks. Chris, 12.5. Do your Spartans cover tonight in the debut of Aiden Childs?
Absolutely. There's nothing more to be said. Come on. As Eazy said best, who are these clowns? We don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go that
12 and a half is not 42 and a half.
They're not a terrible team, but we should easily overpower them.
To parlay that with the question that I wanted to get to, does Aiden Childs make the playoff in his Michigan State career?
Yes.
Ooh.
Next year. Not this year. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. 1,000,000,000% they're not.
The way he looked at me.
They're not making the playoff this year. They'll make it next year.
Bold, Spenny. I like it. The juices are flowing.
What?
Aiden makes the playoff next year. He said it's bold.
Sell us on it.
Sell us on a second year of him as a starter. Sell us on a second year of Jonathan Smith getting recruits, bringing in players, working that transfer portal. A weaker Big Ten. Because James Franklin's going to get fired, Ryan Day's going to get fired, and Michigan is going to fall back even more because they're going to lose, what's his name, Mason Graham. They're going to lose Will Johnson. They're going to lose Colston Loveland. They're going to lose Donovan Edwards. It's going to be a much weaker Big Ten. Michigan State's on the rise. Other teams are falling down.
Dude, and
they'll make the playoff next year.
Michigan State can't even cheat no more. They're not good.
Washington is trash. They're going to win 7 games this year. They'll win 9 games and make the playoff next year.
Easy.
Ooh.
Does Aiden Childs make the playoff in his MSU career?
I'm not saying they're going to win the championship or win a playoff game. It's a 12-team playoff.
No.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Pizza bet.
Aiden Childs
never actually cashed in, and we have a million pizza bets.
You guys are like, got like
because it's always like
bets.
I just got you that.
Yeah, we just get mad. Oh yeah, I put a pizza on it, fat ass. Somebody in the chat, please give us like a screen recording of our pizza bets. I want to cash in.
Oh, that would be funny. No, because it's always like you owe me a pizza. I'm like, well, I just bought 2 cases of beer, or I just bought all this shit, and it's like
you did buy today.
Yeah,
shout out to you.
Bought it a couple times.
I'll throw it. I said I'd throw on it.
All right, Chris.
I bought a case.
Chris, does he make it? Aiden Childs make the playoff.
Relax. I'm not that Canadian. I'm not giving you fucking loonies and toonies.
Yeah, I don't want your loonies and your toonies.
This guy looked at me like I got dirty money or something.
Let's go to break. We'll do some more of this college football stuff after break. But let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is fitness that fits your budget. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. More than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym with tons of equipment, a friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. You can get fitness training for free. Or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, all that good stuff. For more information, join today. Go to Planet Fitness or visit planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential. And let me tell you about the watch party and the post-game show. Like I said, nobody in the state is doing Lions football better than Woodward Sports. So make sure you tune in. We got the live watch party for every game. We got the post-game show with Anson and Stick after every game. It is all live at Hayes Social, and it is presented by Sabbath Coffee. So you can go get your Sabbath coffee, then you can come chill, watch the game, drink and eat at Hayes Social, and then watch Stick and Anson react. It's all perfect. Lions season, nobody does it better than Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward Sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
The same old Detroit sports
merch.
Head on over to WoodwardSports.com, click that shop tab there, and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all of that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to WoodwardSports.com, click that shop tab there, get yourself some brand new
merch. What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. We're in the closing segments. Nick, you got some more college on there too. I apologize.
We got 6 more games. Let's go. This is college football. We're kicking it off. We got Georgia versus Clemson. Noon, Saturday, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia is a 12.5-point favorite, fellas, against Clemson.
Woo. 12 points.
12.5?
Where's it at?
Smash.
12.5.
Where's the game at?
Smash that.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Georgia.
Smash Georgia to cover,
Yeah,
dude.
Georgia.
Are you kidding me? Clemson sucks. Dabo Swinney's cooked. The man is scared to use the NIL and transfer portal because God is the representative of his team. Well, God's not going to do a lot for you when Georgia's kicking your dick in the dirt. Like, Georgia's going to win by 20 points. Clemson's cooked. Dabo's getting fired this year.
12.5, Eazy. Who you taking?
Georgia, bro. I'm not.
All around?
all around.
All right, I'm taking Georgia as well. The questions to go with it: should Sweeney be fired if they don't hit double-digit wins?
Yes. Sweeney should be fired. I would fire Dabo Swinney no matter what.
Just out of pure.
Even if he made the playoff, I'm
Just
firing
off strength.
Dabo Swinney. No, because he's openly said he is not going to do NIL or the transfer portal. And the way you survive in college sports is the NIL and the transfer portal. How many times do we got to teach you this lesson, old man? Like, I love Dabo Swinney as a head coach and as a motivator and as a dude, but you got to get with the it's like me yelling at Izzo. Like, get with the times, old man. Izzo's starting to do it. Dabo has openly said he won't. He should be fired regardless.
I'm right there with you. And to end this one, will Georgia go undefeated in the regular season?
No. No, I don't think we have an undefeated team this year. If we do, it's probably going to be Ohio State. But Georgia, the SEC is close this year, man. Ole Miss is going to be a problem. We just saw Arkansas put up 70 points. Like, obviously, you got Bama, you got Texas A&M. There are some good teams in. I'd have to look at Georgia's schedule, but based on knowing they played mostly SEC teams, no, they're not going to go undefeated.
No. But they'll be there.
Oh, they're going to win the championship.
Yeah, I got them winning the Natty, too.
Yeah, that was the next one.
I think so, too.
All right, fellas. Big noon kickoff with dental vendors filling the parking lot. Penn State minus 7.5 at West Virginia.
Yeah, they win, and it should be more than minus 7.5. West Virginia's not a good team.
West Virginia.
I know people are hyping them up this year, but Penn State's going to win this team. Neil talked about it. What rank is West Virginia?
Not
ranked. Yeah, dude. What? Penn State's 8?
Not.
I believe they're 8.
Penn State's going to put them in the dirt, and they should. And if they don't, I mean, James Franklin's a turd, but they're a good team.
Easy. Penn State 7.5 at West Virginia.
Oh, there's nothing more to be said. Come on. What are we doing? You got West Virginia with an upset?
Under 8. No, this is spread, fellas.
What's the spread?
Yes, I'm taking the over. I would take over 10.5.
Okay, this is a spread segment all the way. We are keeping track of spread records.
Okay. Yes, I would take Penn State minus 10.5.
Yeah.
Penn State
I'm not well versed in college
West
football
Virginia.
to be.
Dude, West Virginia is not a good team. Penn State is a good team.
I'll speak ignorantly. I'm going with 10.5. Make it 12.5.
It's 7.5 right now.
I know.
I would probably go
12.5.
12.5 too.
Okay.
Right. I'll go 8.5. I'll take the 8.5.
Thank you for backing my take,
the 8.5. This is 7.5. So you guys are going Penn State.
Yes.
I'm on an island here, fellas.
You're
I
going
think James
West Virginia?
Franklin and Penn State is the most overranked
West Virginia.
overranked team ever. And all they do is get overranked in the preseason for what? To lose every single big
You
game
don't
that
think
they've
they're
had.
going to win by 8 points?
They could win by 7, and I'm still covering that 7.5.
You think they're only going to win by a touchdown?
West Virginia at home. Everyone's loaded at West Virginia. Oh, my God. They're going to be so drunk and so loud. Yeah, give me the Mountaineers every day on this one. So I'm alone. Everybody else is on Penn State. Then we're going to the Swamp. We got Miami minus 2.5 at Florida. Miami's ranked. Florida's not.
I like Miami this year. I really do. What was the spread?
Minus 2.5 at Florida.
Oh, yeah. I'll take Miami to cover that for sure.
Easy. Miami minus 2.5 at Florida in the Swamp.
Who's coaching Florida these days?
Some guy that's not great.
Yeah. Florida's not a good
Not
team.
great.
Not great.
Give me Miami.
Chris.
Miami.
Billy Napier.
All right. This one is... God, Florida sucks. I don't have really a lot of faith in Miami, though, but...
It's 3 points, Nick.
Something about these home dogs. They run faster. They bark louder. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take Miami here. Stay on the same one because I feel good about the others. All right, Saturday night, the debut of Coach Moore in Michigan. Michigan minus 20.5-point favorites versus Fresno State. Michigan
Snake.
minus 20.5 versus Fresno State. Michigan, do they cover?
Yes, Michigan covers.
20.5?
Yes, Michigan covers 20.5. They're going to run the ball for 450 yards.
It's going to be 23-0.
Donovan Edwards is going to have 130 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Alex Orji will have 2 touchdowns rushing in the first half. Yes, Michigan's going to cover.
Any of us in this room could be quarterback, and they're still covering that spread. They're just going to run the ball, like Spencer said. They haven't even announced their quarterback, right?
It's going to be Alex Orji.
It is.
They haven't said it officially.
I don't know. Davis Warren, low key or.
But see, like that shows you, like
you don't think it's going to be Alex Orji?
No, but if they pick Warren, I think that he's like sneaky. He's sneaky.
Sneaky athletic.
He's extremely sneaky athletic. He reminds me of the Piston Fontecchio.
Oh, I get where you're getting at.
That's a crazy comment.
I get what you're getting at, Nick.
Wait, hold on. The Orgy is starting. Is he still getting less touchdowns than Aiden Childs?
Yes.
Rushing?
Yes. No, not it wasn't rushing. It was just total touchdowns.
Total touchdowns?
Yes. He'll have more rushing probably.
So I think Orgy is going to be used in that Corum spot, how they used to run the ball from the 1-2 yard line all the time. You could see it a lot in those spots where I think his touchdowns could increase. But Michigan 20.5, what you got, Easy?
Michigan.
All right, well, that's all around. All right, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, plus 2.5 at Texas A&M.
God, dude,
we're doing this again. Notre Dame.
Hate Notre Dame more than
Texas A&M.
Michigan.
Oh,
wait, what?
I almost hate Notre Dame more than Michigan.
Oh,
I hate Notre Dame so much.
Yeah.
What was the spread?
Plus 2.5 at Texas A&M.
They're getting plus points.
Really?
Texas A&M's good, man.
Who they got?
I'm going with the Aggies to cover. Give
Yep.
me the Aggies to cover. They'll win by at least a field goal.
Give me Notre Dame.
I hate Notre Dame.
Split decision on Eazy and Spencer. First one. Let's go.
I will never take Notre Dame. I hate Notre Dame so much.
You took Michigan?
Yeah, but that's easy. Texas A&M's a good team.
That's fair.
It's easy, babe.
It's easy, babe.
I feel like A&M's kind of like Penn State, where they always get overrated.
So is Notre Dame.
True.
Yeah.
Who you got, Chris?
I'm going to agree with my friend Eazy here. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh, friends now.
Always been. Always been.
And I'm going to go with my buddy Spenmo on
Let's
the
go.
desk. We're going Texas A&M. I just don't
It just
think
means more.
it's too early for Notre Dame to be going on the road like that.
I like Notre Dame's coach. What's his name? He's the young guy.
I want to say Mark something.
Yeah, you don't know his name. That's a good start.
All right, my bad. All right, we are ending this one. Sunday Night Football. It's LSU.
Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, Marcus
I
Freeman.
like Marcus Freeman,
It's on
but
Sunday,
I hate Notre
huh?
Dame.
Sunday Night Football. We got
Oh, dude.
LSU, the
gonna be a
true
great
SEC old timer, against the new USC Trojans in the Big Ten. LSU minus 4.5 at
LSU
USC.
by 8.5.
Easily LSU. USC sucks. It's easily LSU. Is USC ranked? Yeah, they're like 20. They're like 22 or 21.
What's LSU ranked?
USC should not be ranked. This is what Neil said when he was talking about week 1. You always have the team that everybody knows shouldn't be ranked, but they're trying to juice the game. They're trying to juice the spot, so they rank USC. USC is not one of the 25 best teams in the country. Not even close. Again, no holds barred. LSU, I love LSU. LSU is my favorite team outside of Michigan State, but USC sucks. LSU is going to beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Joe Burrow's going to have a big
Easy.
year. I'm going LSU.
Yeah, good call. Chris.
Easy. LSU minus 4.5.
LSU by 8.5. I said it. Yeah, they're gonna whoop that ass.
All right, fellas.
Whoop that trick.
Wishpana
This
Camel
is
Toe
it.
says, Spenny, I passed on Notre Dame's field. Passed out on Notre Dame's field? No, passed on Notre Dame's field while facing touchdown Jesus 2007.
All right.
Concessions.
Boys,
That's
I'm on
dope.
an island again.
Hey, relax. I was reading a comment.
My bad.
And I'm going to react to it.
Let's go. After you.
Yeah,
Read it again.
touchdown Jesus is cool. That is very cool. But Notre Dame still sucks. Relax, Nick.
That was so.
My bad. I was so lost.
It's the Nick show.
100%.
Forgot. This is a microwave show.
My bad. 100% on that one. My bad. All right. I was looking for something. I finally found it. I just fucking started
You're good.
yelling.
What do we got?
Lincoln Riley got really a lot of shame after having Caleb Williams and not being able to win because he didn't fix that defense.
Shame.
But LSU also lost a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
His name's Jaden Daniels. Maybe they might be a little overrated. I'm going, give me the 4.5 at home for USC.
Gross.
That's a big number at home. LSU's getting overhyped always because they're in the SEC.
And USC
They
isn't.
delivered.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking the home dog because they're giving me 4.5
No, but
points
you
right
said
now.
the reason you said is because LSU's being overhyped.
they're
USC
in the
isn't
SEC.
being overhyped.
I don't think 22 is too overhyped. You're having faith in one of the best college coaches in the last 10 years in Lincoln Riley. I think he's going to bounce back after having Caleb Williams. He left maybe a little prima donna type action that they were working with.
So
there.
you're-
So
Getting back to
Lincoln
the
Riley's
spot.
better than Brian Kelly?
No, he's not. That's what I was just about to say.
So yeah, Brian Kelly's
That
better
is
than
a
Lincoln
hell
Riley.
of, oh, I don't know about
It's
that.
Brian Kelly's
How
done it
many
a lot
college
more
football
places.
playoffs did Brian Kelly go to?
How many's Lincoln Riley been to?
Like 3 or 4 with Oklahoma?
Yeah, he
Baker
did.
Mayfield, Kyler Murray.
He went to 2. I
So
think.
NFL
Did they?
quarterback.
I think he's been to 2. He went to with 1 with Oklahoma college football playoff.
Kelly
Baker
maybe
Mayfield.
went to 1 with Notre Dame.
Baker
Riley's
Mayfield
born
was-
on third base. I'll put you that way.
Lincoln Riley.
Okay.
Lincoln
I like it.
Riley only had a good team because he was gifted Heisman winners. He
born
doesn't
on
have a
third
Heisman
base.
winner. His defense is still going to be
Bro,
trash.
to have, hold on, didn't they have Addison
Jordan Addison and Caleb
and Williams that first year?
Yes.
To fill that at that level, you're overrated.
Dude, Caleb
I don't give a
Williams.
fuck about your defense.
Caleb Williams
To
was
fill that,
undefeated.
You fucked up.
CJ Stroud, Marvin Harrison Jr. What are we doing here?
That's a different coach. We're talking about Ohio State.
Brian
They
Kelly.
completely
We're talking about
failed,
Brian
though.
Kelly. We're talking about Brian
We're
Kelly.
talking
though.
about Brian Kelly.
Yeah, but I'm saying like OSU too. Like they failed in their shit.
We're,
Like you can do that a lot.
We're not talking about OSU. We're talking about LSU.
We know that guy's born on third. That's why they're the same guy.
It's
they
all
both
about
fucked
my
up.
family. I just think Brian Kelly's bringing that bullshit.
Was it Marvin Harrison injured that year though?
We're not,
no, I don't think so. Let's go.
We're not talking about OSU.
Yeah.
Get OSU out of here.
College football is back. Let's go.
College football is back.
Yes, he's been to 3 college football playoffs.
Yeah, what? One with
Riley?
Yes.
One with Hurts, one with Kyler, and then one with Caleb.
All right, so I'm on USC, everyone else. All right, double up.
Double up on Nick. All right, tell us about boys and girls.
The Boys and Girls Club is the best youth football league Metro Detroit has to offer.
0-3, by the way.
The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are all included with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGCSM. 3C Sports.
Games won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time.
Take time to
No
realize.
way. 5 in a row. To recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. Call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. Call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. Well, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. Bro's looking yoked. For Eazy, Nick, Chris, Caleb, I'm Spencer. Let's go Green. Let's go Spartans, baby. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great long weekend. Happy Labor Day. Shout out communism. We'll see you guys. Peace.
Shout out communism. What'd you say?